Welcome back! Today we are going to discuss everything you need to know about enamel chains, from the most popular styles to how they are made, how well they wear as permanent jewelry, and I'm going to perform a durability test against stone and pearls. I hope you enjoy this. Enamel jewelry has been popular for centuries around the world because of its durability and color possibilities. And now it has become the latest trend in permanent jewelry. Here are some popular chains with an array of colors. Almost all of the high-grade enamel chains are made in Italy, world-renowned for their chains and fine jewelry manufacturing. Let's start off by seeing how they are made. Here is a video of a machine making a gold-filled heart chain in Italy. Each chain starts off as wire that is fed into a specialized machine costing hundreds of thousands of dollars. Each machine is programmed to make only one type of chain, which makes this a capital-intensive process. Here is another machine making a Figaro chain. The finished chain is then delivered to another machine which dips enamel onto the chain links. The enamel is then cured with UV light, much like enamel fillings at a dental office. Unfortunately, I have not been able to get permission to film the chain enameling machine because it is a tightly held secret. Online research reveals that, at its core, enamel is a glass compound typically consisting of quartz, iron oxide, potassium oxide, and borax. Various metal oxides and chlorides are then added to create different colors. Now let's talk about color fastness. In other words, enamel's resistance to fading or yellowing. According to our Italian manufacturer, in the years they have produced these chains, there has never been a complaint about fading or changes. Unlike resin, it does not go dull or change color. We have put this to the test, and I'll let my manager speak about this.
So it's been about 2.5 months since I put on the enamel chain, and as I mentioned before, I tend to darken my gold filled very, very quickly. And I decided to use the white enamel because I heard through the grapevine that some people are having it turn color. So I swim, I use a pool, I use a hot tub, I never take this off because it's PJ, and as you can see, not only has it not turned, because I believe it's because the beads are lifted off my wrist a bit and it's not touching my skin, but the color is absolutely perfect.
Here is a closer look. Now I will share with you my own durability testing. Here's a close-up. And these are what the beads look like. They stick out of the chain a little bit. And so I'm not sure if I smash hard enough whether or not this will crack. So we're gonna try out a different experiment to see whether or not if I hit my hand against something hard enough, it might crack or scratch these enamel beads. Okay. So one more look as to the condition of the beads, and let's try to do this. Harder. Actually, it's leaving a mark. Maybe I shouldn't do this, hey? But let's take a look. No cracks or scratches. And it feels solid. I'm not going to do this anymore because, oh, there were some blood vessels here. Okay, so we're going to go back to, where was it? Here. We'll move it here. I'm going to this way. Maybe it's hard enough that without damaging myself. Okay, here we go. So this has, so I hit it hard enough. It hasn't cracked, but maybe this is not a great experiment. Maybe I need some hard surface against hard surface. I thought if you hit it against a wall or stone or something by accident, it might crack, or But here I'm making some heavy marks. I'm going to bruise myself. So, okay, let me just try once more, and maybe then I'll use a harder surface. Okay, here. Okay, actually that hurts. So you can see, and there's no damage to these beads. Okay, I don't think I should continue on with this experiment like this. I'm going to cut this off and maybe smash it with 2 hard pieces of something, maybe 2 blocks. I'll find something else. Anyway, so far, hand against a block, it withstands, there's actually 0 damage. Okay, so let's try this. I'm going to cut this off and say if it was broken, and we're going to let it drop. I'm going to raise it up and drop it onto these steel blocks in case my aim isn't very good, and see if, I doubt, because it's lightweight, I doubt it's going to get damaged. So, but let's try this. At 2.5 feet above. Okay, I'm going to do it once more. There's no difference. Okay, what if I whipped it? Oops. Okay, that certainly bounced off. No damage or scratches. Okay, so that, let me see if there's something else. Maybe I'll use this block. Give me a moment. I'm going to set this up so that it's not all crumpled in a pile. That way, if it's going to crack, this is the best way that it will crack. I have a great idea. So I brought up these strands of stones. I use them to make the birthstone connectors. They're like this. I've had this for a long time, and this is freshwater pearl. There's been no damage whatsoever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to smash some of these with a block. I just weighed this. It's 330 grams. I'm going to drop it. If it is the case that it smashes this here, the other stones, then I would expect that this will smash as well, because, well, I know how strong this is. Now, if it is the case that these get smashed and this does not, that means it's even stronger. And if it is the case that this does not crack, but the enamel does, then we know it is slightly weaker. So I know it pains me to do this, and I love these pearls. So what I'm going to do first is go through each one of those and smash, and we will see. Okay, one further thing. I am going to take measurement from the height, and I'm going to slowly try this until I get to a height where this might crack. And this is 330 grams. And first I'm going to start off with 4 inches at the base. So I'm just going to measure about 4 inches. Okay. This one cracked. One pearl cracked. So that is pretty heavy, the impact of that. And I'm going to try, actually that pains me because I love pearls. So that was 4 inches. I'm going to try 7 inches. Ooh. Oh, Okay, all but one. 7 inches, steel on steel, tempered steel, and it is 330 grams. Okay, next up is amethyst, February. It's a healing stone. It's almost sacrilegious for me to do this. And I was going to put it up here, but I think I'm just going to put it to the edge so that it doesn't cost me as much. Okay, so we're going to, again, do this. 4 inches. Okay. I know I didn't release it completely flat, and I smashed a whole bunch of these in this knot. Okay, so this is even, let me try what happens with 8 inches. Maybe I should waste fewer stones by doing this. Oh, 7 inches was what it was at. Woo. Okay, they're all gone. Not even one surviving, and I made a mess. So we know that, at least that was thrilling. That is a great deal of impact, and it smashes the stone to smithereens, literally. Okay, so we know. Okay, next up is citrine at 4 inches. I moved this, I tied a knot on either side so that it doesn't try to squirt off. 4 inches. Yikes. They're all gone. Okay. And so citrine is a hard stone too. So, okay. Never mind. Let's do aquamarine. I'm just going to do this. I'm getting cheaper and cheaper. Right. 4 inches. Okay, that's gone too. Okay, this is going to be a fast experiment. Okay, garnet. 4 inches. Okay, that squirted off. I didn't tie a knot, but it shattered. Okay, emerald. 4 inches. Okay, this is slightly harder. These two didn't crack, but they moved off. So that's still good. Now, for the grand finale, let's try this, the enamel. So I'm just going to put it closer here, and I expect it to get smashed. And then the other half, maybe when I'll try 7. But you know, actually, let's do this because that will cover the entire thing. Okay, so here we go. 4 inches. Let's see what has happened. This is strange. Now, it might have not a scratch. It might have moved or somehow squirted off, but not a single scratch. Okay, let's try 7 inches. Oh. Here we go. Okay. I didn't do it very, I wasn't even, as in it toppled. I released one side first, so, but no damage. But let me see what happens if I get the whole thing flat. 7 inches. Okay, that I performed perfectly. It was flat, barely bounced, and oh my goodness, I cannot believe this. This was not what I was expecting. I seriously thought it was going to crack. We would see what's inside. It'll be lots of fun. But at the same time, I'm really happy with this. That is excellent quality. So enamel, as strong as it is, and they use it in dental fillings, so it can withstand a great deal of pressure, but it is not totally indestructible. Just like a nutcracker, if you apply enough pressure with a pair of pliers, say, I'm sure you can do it. And it's not that difficult. I don't know how much force, I wish there was a way of finding out, but you can crack enamel. Okay, I just smushed it. And I'm sure if I did it this way, yes. Okay, this is pretty durable, but I've done it before. I could just, eventually I'll crack it. There we go. There, I did it. So, okay, the links are completely smashed in, and it took a while. It took a bit of wiggling, but it's doable. So it is very good. I'm going to just do another one, see if I can do it harder, and it'll be faster. Oops, broke the link, yanked it. So I did crank it pretty hard. You can shear the links. So that is a very good sign that this is extremely durable. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you did, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And in the comment section, let me know what your favorite color of enamel is.